We're here with our office assistant to give you 5 things to help ease stress while you're wedding planning during this coronavirus pandemic.
We always try and help our couple stay as stress-free as possible during the wedding planning. However, with current situation, things are looking like it's a little bit more tense than normal.
You can help us get this message out to other couples that are getting married by liking this video and subscribing, because we're going to have a ton more content coming out.
So let's get started.
First tip.
Managing stress. Even the most relaxed couples do get a little bit stressful during the wedding planning process. Throw in a worldwide pandemic.
Reach out to your vendors. If they haven't already reached out to you, they may have contingency plans put in place or things to help you get through this time.
Reach out to your guests. Send out an evite or some mass email message to get in touch with all of them and see where everyone is at. We're all stressed during this time. Number 2.
Keep planning. Your engagement time frame should be one of the happiest parts of getting married. It was definitely our favorite point.
Plan B. Even if it weren't for a pandemic, you'd probably be thinking, what if it were to rain? So you should always have a plan B in place. Start thinking about that now, and it might look a little bit more non-traditional.
You can still order favors, just design them without a date on them. That way, if you do have a contingency policy and need to reschedule, you can still use those printed materials.
Contact some of your local businesses and see if they can help you with those materials, because we're all looking for things to do right now.
Start a Pinterest board. You might have already done this, but now with the extra time, you can share it with your friends and get some more ideas to fill it up.
And with that free time that you have together, start your dance moves. You can get into some really fun choreographed first dance options that you might not have had time for. And YouTube has plenty of tutorials to help you out.
We dance all the time and we're still awful at it.
Yeah, we need some help.
Number 3.
Postponing. This is probably the one decision that's going to have the absolute most amount of stress. So we're going to give you a couple of tips to help figure that part out.
We can't emphasize this enough. The first thing you're going to need to do is get in touch with your vendors.
Figure out a couple of possible alternate dates and then send out a doodle scheduler to see which vendors have most flexibility with lining up with those dates. You want to make sure that you can retain as many vendors as possible.
Consider a non-Saturday date to help maximize availability of those vendors.
Most vendors will transfer everything to your new date, but consider keeping your payment schedule as it was before to help vendors have an income during this period.
Number 4, protect your investment.
While some insurance companies may or may not cover things such as a worldwide pandemic, we still highly recommend this.
Your current homeowner's policy may protect you with liability coverage, and there's some add-ons you could get.
But if you're looking for more broad spectrum event coverage, look into companies such as WedSafe or Event Helper. They could cover things, say, if the venue up and closes in the middle of your planning process, you will be able to retain some of those costs.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Number 5.
Celebrate.
Sure, this doesn't quite seem like the appropriate time, which is exactly why we need to. Your wedding might seem like a really minor thing amidst everything going on in the world right now, but it's no less important.
You've chosen to share your love with friends and family. That's something we could all use a lot more of right now.
First up to help you with that, plan a date night. We loved having our date nights during our wedding planning process. It was a moment to stop, reflect, and share in our love for one another.
Continue to share your excitement with your guests. Maintain your positivity and share that with them.
Most importantly, drink wine.
And eat chocolate.
Do the things that help you feel good right now. Self-care, super important.
Yeah, snuggle with your dog.
Take a bubble bath.
Put things into perspective. Don't worry too much about the napkin colors or the centered centerpieces.
Focus on the happiness, safety, and health of your guests, and focus on the excitement that you're going to have when all of this is over and you're finally able to celebrate.
Hang on, we've got one more bonus tip for you.
This is a time when there's tons of compassion. We're so appreciative that a lot of people are asking, how can you help us, the vendor?
One great way to do that doesn't cost anything is to write reviews for your vendors. You've already experienced their service as they've helped you through this process. Give them a shout out on social media.
Share your praises and experiences with other couples who might be planning their own wedding or are newly engaged. or should be newly engaged and planning their own wedding.
One of the most important things throughout this entire process is communication.
We believe that despite what anyone's contract may say, that honesty and compassion can go a long way into coming to a mutual agreement and getting through this together.
We mentioned this earlier, but it's definitely worth repeating. If you do need to reschedule, consider a non-Saturday or off-prime season date.
This can help vendors fill some of those dates later in the year to recover for the off time that we're experiencing right now.
We hope this has helped ease some of that stress as you're trying to get your wedding planning taken care of through this very difficult time.
If you have any questions for us, feel free to email us or write in the comments below.
Remember also that you can help other people find this information by liking the video, and definitely subscribe to the channel because we're going to have some more content coming out.
Bye for now.
Whoop! No.
Good girl, kid.